Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm back with Casey.
I'm back again. You can't get rid of me.
She just won't leave. No, I'm kidding. I'm at her house. Like, I'm
like,
the one not leaving.
Can you get out of my house already?
I'm literally staying with her for the next 4 days, so we thought we would make the most of it and film some vids together.
We have so many coming. Like, it's
so many.
Tons.
Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is a review on the new Tarte Toasted palette. Casey and I both received these PR packages earlier this week, and today we are basically testing out this palette. We have both created very different looks. When I first posted about this on my Instagram story, I had a few people messaging me asking me to compare the In Bloom palette with the Toasted palette, because the layouts of these palettes look quite similar.
So I can see like why people would think these look similar, because these corner shades here are similar.
And then they've got the lighter shades.
Yeah, just like the layout. Yeah. But like when you hold them next to each other, I feel like they're
quite different.
Like if you look at them separately, I feel like you'd be like, oh, do I need it? They look the same.
Yeah.
But when you hold them up next to each other, this is a lot warmer.
So with all of that being said, if you guys are interested in seeing our thoughts on the Toasted Tarte palette, then just keep watching. It's about to get juicy.
It's about to go down.
So we've both already primed our eyelids and prepped them for the eyeshadow. So we're pretty much just going to jump straight into the little eye looks that we're going to do. We have kind of pre-planned this so that we don't end up with the same look.
So I'm going to do a cut crease and Erin's going to do a halo eye.
Yep.
Oh my god, just look at it.
It looks freaking amazing. Amazing.
So mine's a bit broken because when it arrived in the mail, the mailman obviously a little bit rough with it.
A little bit too rough.
And he broke 2 of the shades. And he broke this one, and that's actually like such a good transition shade. Such a good transition shade. Do you just want to get started?
Yeah, man.
So I'm just going to go in with this shade S'more, which is the lightest shade in the palette. And it's just like a brow bone kind of shade, but I'm going to use it over my entire eyelid.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with the shade Kashmir, which is this one here. It's like a peachy kind of color. Kind of reminds me of Peach Smoothie, but just a bit more of like a warm tone to it.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm going to use that in my crease to start off with, and I'm going to try and build that up quite a lot.
This is like darker than I thought it was.
Yeah, it is actually.
It's like coming out peachier. Like, I'm not mad about it, but I just wish I didn't set my whole eyelid with it now.
I feel like these shadows are quite powdery. Like,
yeah,
dipping into the pan, there's a little bit of
I feel like Tarte eyeshadows are always powdery.
Whoa,
but
that's quite pigmented.
I freaking love Tarte eyeshadows.
Dude, I've dipped into that once. That's pretty good.
I can't see even anything. Well, that is good.
I'm just gonna keep going in and building up that color.
I'm going in with Kashmir as well.
Kinda pigmented. I feel like this is really easy to blend so far.
Kind of packing Kashmir onto my crease, and I'm just gonna go in with like a fluffy brush and blend it. Dude, the fucking pigmentation.
Yeah, I know. How nice is Kashmir?
Yeah, Kashmir.
I actually really like it.
It's not too much. It's no subculture. We don't want to go down that road again. But like, oh my god, they blend really nice too.
Yeah, and I feel like as you blend, they don't lose their pigment. Like,
yes, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you keep blending and it just still looks as good as when you first put it on.
These are very powdery, but it's like all Tarte eyeshadow palettes are like this, I feel.
I am going to go in with the color Warmth next, and I'm going to pack that on my inner and outer corner to start warming up and darkening those areas. This looks like a kind of like a burnt warm orange. Whoa, super pigmented too. I just lightly tapped my brush.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, super pigmented. Wow, I'm going to tap a little bit off because that's a bit cray. Okay, this shade is cool. It's so pigmented.
Oh, I like that. Oh, it's so orange. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I really like that.
Just stick it up my bum hole.
I love you being on my channel.
I don't want to be alive. I just want to die today. I just want to die.
I'm just going in and kind of layering this color on top of itself to make sure that it's like really in there, you know? Like,
get it up in there.
Yeah.
Up in this bitch. I'm gonna go in with the shade Warmth. Is that what you're using?
Yeah, man. I feel like these shadows blend really quickly.
Even when I just place them down. Like this one I just placed down and literally just tapped over top of it.
Yeah.
And it's like blended. Not really any fallout either.
Considering how powdery they are.
Yeah, and I'm going in pretty heavy.
I feel like something weird is happening on this inner corner. Like it's kind of just disappearing. I've got a little bit of fallout from warmth. But I am like really packing it on.
A tiny bit on this side. My palette looks crazy.
Yeah, same. I am gonna go in now with this shade here, which is Cozy. And I'm going to take that on a pencil brush and pack that on my inner and outer corners again, just to deepen them up a little bit. Wow, this shade's really pigmented as well. Holy shiznit.
They're very pigmented.
Wow. Super powdery again, the same as warmth, like same consistency.
I'm gonna pack this on my outer corner too, because I don't know what kind of cut crease I'm gonna do.
Okay, I feel like that was nothing. I just packed that on this outer corner.
Oh yeah, what the heck?
And like nothing
What
happened.
brush to use? I did think warmth was going to be a little bit darker than it came out.
Yeah, warmth was not what I was expecting.
No. Like Kashmir looks like came out darker than I thought, and warmth came out lighter than I thought.
I feel like warmth goes on really dark, but then as soon as I start blending it,
yeah,
it kind of starts disappearing, which is why I spent so long on this eye, like building it up, because I had to. It just kind of disappears a little bit.
Yeah, I've been building it up for a really long time now.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see how much powder? Casey, you're taking all the focus.
I'm sorry.
Can you see how much powder is sitting in the pan there? Like they're super, super powdery. Kind of reminds me of the Subculture palette a little bit.
Really
I don't know if
reminds
I'm
me.
like allowed to say that, but
No, it actually really reminds me of my Subculture palette.
yeah.
And I'm gonna say it, some parts do kind of lift off a little bit.
Yeah.
I would just say just don't blend, like once you put a shadow down, blend around it,
Yeah.
like the edges, but don't blend over top of it. I feel like it's a bit different to the In Bloom palette. I feel like my In Bloom palette isn't this powdery. I feel like it's, I don't know, the eyeshadow is just a little bit different. I'm gonna go in with Cozy now, guys, and start using this on the outer corner of my eye. Cozy's not as powdery. Yours is? Wow, what the hell?
Yeah, mine is super powdery.
Maybe it's the brush. It's very light.
Yeah. Considering what it looks like in the pan, I feel like it goes on really, really light.
A lot more natural than I expected.
Yeah.
Still added like a nice amount of depth, but like...
I just feel like you have to pack it on to get like a really big result from that color.
And I'm not someone who likes to use Fix Plus.
Me either. I feel like eyeshadows should be designed to work by themselves. Like you shouldn't need another product to make it work. All right, so next up I'm going to take Fireside, which is this shade down here, and pack that on my outer corner to start off with. I'll see how I like that, and then if it looks okay, I'll do it on my inner corner as well. I'm really trying to create like a spotlight halo effect in the center of my lid, so I'm keeping it completely off the center.
I'm just surprised with how light these come out. Like they're very pigmented, but
on the lid it's not.
I don't know, it's just like the color is not as dark. I don't know how to explain it.
I feel like this is kind of taking off that cozy shade that I was trying to pack on before.
I feel like that's missing on my outer corner. Do I have like a white bit here?
Yeah, that's what's been happening with me. That's why I've been having to keep.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's literally like the problem I had with Subculture.
Okay, this fallout's getting a bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like that Fireside shade, like that doesn't look like that's on my eyelids.
Yeah, it like disappears.
Yeah, where I've touched it.
Weird.
I do think it's very, I keep saying this, I do think like these eyeshadows are very similar to like previous, look at that, it's just gone. Did you see
Yeah.
that? Very similar to like previous Tarte palettes that I've used, but it like has elements of the Subculture palette in it. Like I don't know, the formula's different.
I'm gonna go in now with the shade Sunset. It's like a gold shimmery shade, and I'm going to place that in the center of my lid, like right in the center. Nothing's happening.
I think that's as dark as I can get it.
Nothing's fucking happening.
Try swiping.
I am. Nothing's happening.
What?
Look how much, like, there's so much product on my fingers.
Can I try doing it on your eyelid? I've gone in there heavy, guys.
Yeah. Is it the same?
Yes.
Nothing is happening.
Oh my god, do I have to like push your eyeball into your socket?
What?
That's weird as fuck. When we swatched these, I was like, damn, these are nice.
I'm like really, 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 really freaking going into this pan right now. Casey, nothing's happening.
What the heck? Try wetting it.
And I feel like where I've applied it, Cozy's disappeared again. Like as soon as my finger hit that part of my eyelid, Cozy's just like disappeared.
I haven't watched anyone else's reviews on this actually, so I feel like once we finish, we should watch some.
I haven't watched any either, so this is like completely fresh for us. All right, I'm going in with a bit of Fix Plus.
I feel like that's as dark as I can get it. I can't, nothing else is happening. Is it working?
A little bit better, but nothing like crazy.
What the heck? I'm gonna cut my crease, guys. I'm just gonna use my Shape Tape.
Okay, Fix Plus is helping, and I'm literally like pressing it down on my eyelid rather than swiping. So I'm like really telling the shadow to just
stay there, you bitch.
Stay. All right, let's see how this blends. Can you see how it's gone darker?
Yeah,
like, does that line...
where it's like wet.
I don't know if I like this.
I know, it's very subculture-esque, isn't it?
I feel like after like 10 minutes of the eyeshadow sitting on my eyelids though, they literally don't look blended. Look at it.
Yeah, the outer corner.
Yeah.
There's like a gap there and then it's darker and then maybe like
it's like they've all separated. I don't know if you guys can see what I mean about how it's all like each of the colors has separated, and you guys saw I sat there for like freaking ages blending them in together, and I don't know if you can see the dark line as well where it's gone, I don't know, from the Fix Plus. So the matte shades are kind of pulling off my lid really badly, so I'm going to try and make this work by dragging out the gold shimmery shade a little bit further and see how that goes. I mean, I'm kind of happy that I'm having this experience in like the collab first impression, because I think it's a really good way to show like how eyeshadows can work differently depending on like the look that you're doing. Okay, this is saving it a little bit.
This shade isn't too bad.
Which one's that? Oh, that's
Candle.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
But I do see this inner part of my eye was dry and then this outer part is wet. So it's definitely sticking better on like the wet part of the lid.
I've picked up so much of this gold with the Fix Plus and it's actually working really well now.
I might actually try some Fix Plus. Well, that applies really nicely when you have Fix Plus on your brush, and then when like the lid's wet as well. Like look at that, it looks really smooth on this one. Whereas this one's kind of chunky. These are like the shimmery ones are kind of just like crumbling in the pan.
I think I'm gonna try a little bit of that color towards like my inner corner, hey?
Yeah, it's really pretty. I love the color.
That's really fucking pretty.
It's unique, isn't it? Like I feel like I don't have any golds this color. And this is like the perfect kind of gold that I always look for.
I still feel like it looks super chunky, but
it's
like
very chunky.
I do like how it looks.
But I'm not gonna lie, I do like a bit of texture on my eyelids for when I'm taking photos. And then what do I want to use on the outer corner? I'm gonna use a bit of Simmer. Is that what that's called? Simmer.
All right, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Flame, which is this one here, and pack that on my outer corner, because yeah, my outer corners are still looking pretty cray-cray.
Simmer's a nice consistency, like texture. Like it's not as chunky as Candle.
I feel like Flame's the same.
And it actually like applies really nicely. Like my outer corner is looking shit. Look at that.
It's real patchy.
Look at that now.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to show that up close.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, can you even see that on camera?
Yeah.
It's like just kind of patching off, and like where my brush has touched where I was blending the shimmery shade, I feel like it's just kind of come off. I'm gonna go in with a bit of warmth and cozy and try and like on this outer corner. I'm literally like barely even touching because
that's what I've just done. I've just gone in with Cozy and Fireside and literally just patted it on the outer corners just to add a bit more depth and a bit of a matte feel, because I feel like my whole eyelid was looking super shimmery.
I don't know how to cover this one up.
The most pigmented.
Look at that.
Oh dude,
I fucked it now. I tried to cover it too much. Now I gotta do the same thing this side.
This palette's weird.
Oh fuck. What? Look, now it's doing it there as well. It's that Fireside shade.
Yeah.
I literally have like, literally where I've placed that eyeshadow, literally, look.
Yeah.
It's just a white hole. You're like, what the hell? Like that just not, like that does not blend. Like I didn't want to. Hello? Can you see that hole? I just put that eyeshadow down. I haven't even touched it. I just put it there. I feel like that just wiped away.
It did. What? What is happening? So we just jumped off camera and did our mascara and lashes, and these are pretty much the final looks. We did realize as well that it took us,
oh my god, it's taken
2 hours.
Over 2 hours, because we filmed our base for my channel, so that video is going to go up at some point, and we finished at like 3:30 and it's literally now 5:42. So
2 hours to do eyeshadow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's like insanely long. Just because like we were having so many troubles with it, and I was just trying to like be so gentle.
I feel like we both gave this palette the best shot that we could.
Yeah.
And that's why it took 2 hours, because we were literally like, no, we can do this. And that's why we took our time and really tried to work with the palette. And
plus I feel like we were really positive, like we wanted this to work. Like
we love Tarte.
Yeah.
We freaking love Tarte.
Fucking love Tarte.
Yeah.
Literally my favorite makeup brand. Like, I mean, that changes all the time, but like pretty sure like overall Tarte, they have like the most products collectively that I love.
Yeah.
So I feel like they would be my favorite. So there were shades in the palette that like we were obsessed with. So like it wasn't all negatives. Like you guys watched the video, you saw like how it was, like how it started out. Like I was like loving this look for so long until it started stuffing up. Like I feel like these light 2 shades I'm obsessed with. Yeah. Like I feel like they blended so beautifully.
What are they? Cashmere and Warmth.
Like they just blended so nicely. And same with like Candle, this one down in the bottom corner. It is a little bit chunky, like it's not like a smooth shimmery shade, and it does look kind of like powdery.
And it applied really easily,
but it's beautiful and it applied really nicely. And then I do like Sunrise as well. S'more is fine, it just dries a little bit darker, I think. So
Cashmere was definitely my favorite shade in the whole palette. The way that built up in the transition was like incredible.
Yes, I'm literally like, I would use this palette over again just for those shades.
Yeah,
and, like,
same.
Simmer was really nice. I didn't mind Cozy.
I had trouble with Cozy because I was trying to put that in a really like intricate spot for the halo eye, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't staying in that spot when I was trying to blend in Fireside with it, and that was my problem with Cozy.
And like you guys could tell when I started packing onto the outer corner, like you can still see it now. It's like, I feel like there's still a bit of a gap.
Yeah, I think this palette's really interesting because it is so like hit and miss. Like there's shades that we really freaking loved, and then shades that we really freaking didn't
I think the
love.
one for me, Fireside, I fucking hate that shade. Like that does not, as soon as you put it on, it just comes straight off, and then the more you try and put on, it's like it just pulls off in certain areas and stays in other ones. Like when I placed it on my outer corners, exactly where I put it, it just turned white again, like it was just my skin coming through, and then all around it was the shade, which is exactly the same problems with Subculture.
I really want to play around with them more.
I know, we're not just gonna like write it off like, oh, this is shit, because I feel like my look came out really nice, whereas like Erin had a lot of trouble with hers, and we did really different styles. So I feel like and like we use similar shades as well, and I feel like the ones similar that we did use and have problems with, we both had problems with them. Like
definitely.
It wasn't, so yeah, Fireside, I don't know. I'm gonna, like, we're both gonna try it out again and just keep seeing how it goes.
Did you guys like this like collab review? I feel like it was a really good opportunity to show you guys the palette from 2 different point of views.
Cool idea.
So keep your eyes peeled because we're about to do some quick swatches at the end of this video, so you guys can see finger swatches and brush swatches of these eyeshadows. Don't forget to check out Casey's channel because we filmed our base makeup it was pretty much a full first impression for all of the base makeup that we used today. That's basically it for this part of the vid. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.